is we've got 5 singers. None of the 5 singers play instruments, so we have to have a band.
Yeah.
And, from the standpoint, if you're a guy playing a guitar and you've written songs, you can get a gig in a local bar. The economics just don't work very well for smaller gigs.
Right.
And, I would never ask, the guys that we use to play on the record, obviously, to come out and do it for free. They're all professionals, and this is their livelihood. So at the moment, we may do some smaller things like that, but for the moment, it's recorded music.
Because you're not playing out live, where do you find your audience for the music to expose them to what you're doing?
Yeah, to expose them. I mean, we've used Facebook. I mean, I have a blog on our website. I've got a fairly extensive mailing list. So kind of word of mouth, and actually our most enthusiastic fans have been musicians and writers, columnists, novelists. I didn't mention this, but part of my background too was fiction writing. I was an English major in college and studied under Peter Taylor, who I think Peter won the National Book Award or Pulitzer Prize at one point in time for short story writing. But so that really didn't surprise me. I mean, I've joked that if everybody in the world was a musician and a writer, this thing would already be triple platinum. But
what's the intention or the goal? What does the future hold for Harrison Country? Have you thought that far?
Well, like I said, we're working on another album right now, tentatively titled "Keeper of the Past," and I'm going to have, I think, a similar approach. The songs will all be in different styles, except I think there'll probably be a little more emphasis on maybe some traditional, more Americana acoustic songs in it, just based on the title. And 4 of the 5 are songs about incidents that happened in the past. Some of them drawn from my own family. I mean, I've been doing a lot of genealogical research for the last few years. And we had a little bit of that on climate change. Actually, the last song I wrote on that is "Shadow Games," which has some family history in it. So that this new album will sort of take up where that one left off.
Are you involved in the same folks with the new project?
Yes, absolutely. We may bring in a few other players because we'll probably use some different instruments. But no, it's going to be all the same folks. My wife Karen, daughters Amy and Jenny, Lexi and Brian, and his son Aiden, and some other good local musicians.
Did you guys use a professional studio, or was it home recording?
Well, actually, Brian has a studio in his basement.
Okay.
So we use that. Which certainly made it nice and convenient.
Yeah, well, and not making an assumption, but it sounds like it's kind of a family hobby as much as an intent to create a professional band. Yeah,
I think the certainly I think the output. I mean, I think most people would agree is very professional.
Sure,
but certainly, that's the way it started. Let's just give this a shot.
Yeah.
And if and then one thing led to another, and we started doing the songs, and I thought, these are really pretty good. And Brian is certainly immensely talented. So a lot of the songs bear his imprint.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, that's a neat story, Don. I appreciate getting the chance to hear it and have you tell it to me. If folks want to listen to the record Climate Change or get in touch with you guys or are intrigued by the story and kind of want to follow along, tell us how they can find you and keep in touch.
Yeah, you can. Our website is harrisoncountry.com. Surprise, surprise. And the physical CD is available for sale on that. But we're on all the typical platforms: Spotify and Apple Music and iTunes and Amazon. So however you like to listen to things, you can find us on many different platforms.
That's great. Thanks, Don.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Let's listen to one of the tracks from their CD, Climate Change. This track is called When the Geese Fly.
Son, I know I can't speak, but I need you to hear me. Read in my eyes what's left on my mind. When I leave this earth soon, I want to see us together out on the bay, an early spring day. And high overhead, the geese they'll be calling, the geese they'll be forming, heading north again. So remember me when the geese fly. Remember me when that magic bee's flowing. I'll be there when the geese fly. I'll be there when the good times are rolling. Forget all the heartache, forget it for your sake. Forget I lost my way. When the geese fly. Son, I know it's not easy, but I need you to leave it. Forget all those nights, the blue flashing lights. You've got every right to hate me, be bitter. It won't stop the pain, you'll lock it in place. Look, as the sun rises, the geese they are calling, the geese they are forming. Let them ease your mind. So remember me when the geese fly. Remember us and those fish busting water. I'll be there when the geese fly. I'll be there, a hand on your shoulder. Remember you steered first time at the wheel. Remember you and me. When the geese fly, there's no light without darkness, no joy without sorrow, no you if not for me. Now remember that anger will chain you forever, and you will never be free. So remember me when the geese fly. Remember us and those fish busting water. I'll be there when the geese fly. I'll be there, a hand on your shoulder. Remember you steered first time at the wheel. Remember you and me, you and me.
Thanks again for tuning in to this episode of Americana Music Profiles. Find us on iTunes at Americana Music Profiles and on the internet at AmericanaRhythm.com.